Onsen Resort is a mix of Japanese history and modern ski resort. The snow reliability and elevation provide fantastic terrain for skiers of all abilities. With 734 skiable acres, a solid 1,085 metre vertical drop, and an impressive average 1,444 centimetre snowfall each year, the long trails and enticing trees make Nozawa Onsen an appealing resort. There is lodging at the base areas, but most options along with restaurants and bars are in the village stretching down the hillside.
Nozawa has separate areas of green trails at each base, providing trails for beginners when the weather is poor. On clear days, there are a few wide, gentle greens at mid-station, perfect for soaking up the sun. Intermediate skiers will find long rolling reds and excellent tree skiing up top at Yamabiko. The steep trails for advanced skiers tend to be below mid-mountain and are short, considering the overall resort elevation gain. Nozawa Onsen will suit beginner and intermediate skiers and is a great family resort.
Getting to Nozawa Onsen is roughly an hour drive from Nagano, or 1 hour 40 Shinkansen from Tokyo to Iyama, then a 30-minute bus transfer up to the village. There are regular bus services to and from Nozawa Onsen down to the station at Iyama.
If you are planning to ski multiple resorts across Nagano, then a car is recommended. But if Nozawa Onsen is your main destination, a car is not required. The road up to Nozawa Onsen is well maintained, but once in the village the roads are narrow and can be tricky in a big car. If you are driving, a four-wheel drive is recommended, and we advise having chains with you in case conditions get ugly.
The two base areas at Nozawa Onsen have all required services including ski school and a few food and beverage options. Base facilities include lockers, ski gear and rental shops for any equipment needs you may have. The gentle green trails and dedicated beginner areas at Shikaje will suit families and first-timers. Nagasaka Base will suit those with more ski experience looking to head straight up the mountain.
A good portion of the food and beverage options are at mid-mountain along Paradise Trail or at the top of each of the gondolas. The individual options along Paradise, like Hakujin and Popeye, give great choices for groups, while the many options at the Shikaje base cater for any dietary desire. The restaurant and bar options in the town are too many to mention. Packed lunches can be eaten at the gondola stations.
Let's get to the skiing. Nozawa Onsen provides some fantastic terrain for beginner and intermediate skiers along with phenomenal snow conditions. For first-timers needing to master the basics, the Shikaje base has a magic carpet and dedicated beginner zone. If you're ready to venture onto the slopes, then the Nagasaka and Shikaje are a great place to start. These two areas provide beginner trails nestled in the valley away from the main ski crowds, so can be perfect for avoiding the weather on windy days. On sunny days, Ueno Tahira and Paradise Trails provide wide, gentle greens perfect for building confidence while soaking up the sun. Beginners looking to level up can try Kokenashi A and B for short red trails that are a little steeper.
For intermediate skiers, Yamabiko is the go-to area of the resort. Red trails like Yamabiko A and D are decent length, reasonably steep trails for building confidence and skills. The E trail has a few steeper parts and narrow sections that will challenge some intermediate skiers. The Yamabiko area also provides loads of tree skiing for the adventurous skier looking to level up. If you're looking for an adventure, the Skyline Trail through to Kamoshika and along Karasawa provides a long way back down to base, but has a fair amount of narrow sections and a slow lift back over.
Black trails for advanced skiers are on the lower slopes, and the layout of the resort results in there being three distinct zones. On the left of the Shikaje gondola are the Challenge, Schneider and Utopia trails. Down the center of the Nagasaki gondola is Bunabayashi, a gentle meander providing access to Ushikubi and Kurakura. Then on the right, Skyline of the Link Pier lift provides access to a few short blacks. While the resort has a total elevation gain of 1,085 metres, none of these trails is overly technical or long. Advanced skiers may find themselves hitting the trees in the Yamabiko area to take advantage of the better snow at the higher elevation.
Nozawa has two terrain parks. Snow Park provides some medium and small features, but the small gradient constrains this park. The half pipe is a medium size and not overly daunting, perfect for building confidence. A few things to be aware of for Nozawa Onsen. It is a busy resort, especially during holiday periods, so expect queues early morning on the gondolas until the crowds disperse. Nozawa Onsen is popular with foreign tourists, so expect the resort to be busy during Australia and New Zealand school holidays, Christmas through to late January, and the 2 weeks of Chinese New Year.
The Yamabiko area is great early morning before the crowds have worked their way up the resort. The groomers up top are perfect for warming up the legs before venturing into the trees. Skyline can get busy later in the day as skiers go for an adventure or work their way back to the base. Once the skiers have dispersed across the resort, or after lunch as après starts to kick in, lapping the two gondolas can be productive.
Rinkan is the only green trail down from mid-mountain, and it's long. Beginners feeling a little fatigued at the end of the day should take the safe option and ride the gondolas down. Intermediate skiers can take challenge back to base to avoid the long, narrow, and sometimes busy skyline. The Shikaja base has an après vibe but may make for a longer trip back to your lodging.
There are two backcountry gates at the top of Yamabiko that may interest advanced skiers. Make sure you have the right equipment, submit a mountain entry report, and we recommend a guided tour if this is of interest. There is lots of parking at the Nagasaka base, and if full, Naka-O provides a backup alternative. Finding a car park is pretty easy and you shouldn't have a problem in the morning.
The lodging options available are extensive. Nozawa Onsen is an historic Japanese village, providing great opportunity for a cultural experience with your ski holiday. It's home to the oldest public onsen in Japan and numerous free onsens across town. But note the facilities are minimal and the water is really hot at the free public onsens. The lodging options become more budget friendly the further down the hill you get, making for a longer hike to the lifts, which may be too much for those with kids and their gear.
Look for options closer to the bus stops or on the Naka-O side of town if you're not close to the base. There are plenty of rental stores and equipment shops for any gear you may need, plus an abundance of restaurants and bars for après-ski and dinner. Those planning to self-cater will find a few small supermarkets in the village, but if you're looking to stock up for a group, then a trip to the co-op at Miyuki might be warranted. When you're not skiing, there are zip-lining, snowshoeing, or snowcat tour options available. If you feel the need to relax and don't mind the searing heat, then recoup at one of the many free onsen.
In our opinion, Nozawa Onsen is a great destination resort that will suit families or beginner and intermediate skiers. The beginner zones for first-timers and young kids provide areas to build confidence away from the crowds.
Intermediate and advanced skiers will enjoy the Yamabiko area, but advanced skiers will find the genuinely technical terrain limited. Check out our trail and lift videos to get the most out of your visit to Nozawa Onsen.